Morning, welcome back to another video. I'm like a fucking Eskimo today. It's cold. It's given us very cold for this week, and that's actually going to be why we're doing some of the stuff in today's video. They're giving wintry showers for the end of the week, so that potentially up here means snow. So I have lambs ready to go out there, but I'm not going to put them out. I got the shed ready up in my yard the other day. I just have a little bit more to do, and we're going to be moving these ewes and lambs up to my yard today, and then marking some of these other ones. But thankfully the ewes have eased off lambing the last couple of days. There was only one yesterday morning and one this morning so far, but thank God, because I think we have got a hold on this watery mouth situation. I'll just show you this little lad that I was sort of documented the whole way, where he was on death's door, and look at the two of them now. They're flying it. Big stretch there from that lad. So we've actually saved that lad. Now this ewe, she actually lost both her lambs to it, so she's going out today. But these Cheviot lambs had it as well. Now I think I got them fairly early, so they look okay now, and I was feeding that big lad just for a while. So, and there was a few more lads that just had a touch, I thought had a touch of it, and I think we've got a hold on it. But as I say, thankfully the ewes have eased off lambing and has given us a chance to sort of catch up. Not that they were that mental anyway, but there was a couple of days there we were just getting a little bit snowed under. So all these lads need to be marked today. That's just a set I had marked to go up to the shed, but one lad was a bit hungry, so I'm just feeding him, but he can be marked. That was the set from yesterday morning, and then this was the set from this morning. So as I say, the whole shed is cleaned out. You've seen us doing that in the last video. So big shout out to the two vets I was dealing with, and I'll show you another product that we've got that one of the vets gave me, that it's a preventative solution rather than a cure for the scour, the watery mouth. So huge shout out to Bernie Byrne in Roundwood. She gave me that. And Dennis Doyle, I don't know whether I said it in the last video or not, Dennis Doyle in Wicklow. Like, he wasn't on duty, and he actually went back to the clinic and got antibiotics for me Saturday night and left them out for me at fucking 10:30 at night. You know what I mean? You can't beat that. Really trying to help you out. And Bernie Byrne in Roundwood as well gave me this. I was talking to her yesterday. So this is Gabrovet Multi, something like that. I don't know whether you can actually see that or not. It's just a liquid, and you can put it in the squirty bottle, the same squirty bottle that Spectrum was in, and you give them one shot of it, she said, and it will. She said it's very good. It will help prevent. And so that's I got that yesterday. The Brimostat. That's actually a pink solution for. You usually give it to calves with scour. So we're going to give each lamb a little bit of that on the point of lambing, and as I say, we're injecting every lamb on the point of lambing. Now, in the last video you saw me taking lambs from a ewe, and one of them was dead at the time, and then the second lad, we put him under the light here. He died as well, and in the last video you saw me stomach tubing him, and then the ewe, she actually put out her lamb bed and died as well. We put the lamb bed back in, but she didn't make it. And I didn't video it because you're really seeing a lot of negativity and a lot of deaths in the last while. Won't say normally, but we try to show most of the good stuff, but you've been seeing a lot of the bad stuff lately, so I just didn't show that. Maybe people wanted to see it, but anyway, I didn't show it. We put the lamb bed back in, we washed it all off, put it back in, and we put a restrainer in her, and then but she died. But the other ewe with the meningitis, or we think we has meningitis, she's still with us, and I think she's a bit better, so we think we saved her as well. So yeah, anyway, we're going to be moving those ewes today, and we'll show that, and we're bringing them up in the gator and the trailer up to the other yard. That's number 7 there. Just need to open that gate, because I put a gate there because the feck can break your heart going in there every time. There's 2 singles there left. There's one of them, sort of a weaker lamb. I won't be putting him up, but just keeping an eye on him. And then the other one is the triplet that was left, but he's not marked or anything. So now she's going to go back now when I feckin' open this gate. But anyway, she might come back for the lambs. They go every way bar the way you want them anyway. That's sheep for you. And with all the losses and all the problems, oh, let me get this now. Who'd want to be a farmer? I tell you, there's nothing to encourage young lads to come in and do a bit of farming, because it is hardship. It is feckin' hardship. But like we've lost, I don't know whether I stated, we've lost 15 plus lambs due to that watery mouth. But you don't, like, they die now and you see that little lad dead, but like when you come to the back end of the year and you're missing feckin' 40, 50, 60 lambs that you can't sell, and you need those lambs to pay bills. Just one thing with this gator as well, when you open the door, they can go the whole, now it can go the whole way back again, that, and if you let it do that, like these get sprained, and then it actually doesn't, you have to slam the door. It happened with the other one as well, and they adjusted it then when it went down for the service, but the wind blew the other day and it folded the whole way back, and this must have just got slightly sprained. So I'll have to see, can I do something with it that the door closes properly. So that's a fault. They should let them close back and have, this is actually for the door on the canopy, if they had one of them there that the door could catch or something like that. So that's just one little thing with it. We set these gates up here now. Just need to get the bucket on the tractor and scrape all this extra silage out of the way, and go to just put them in here. I set up gates there yesterday just along the barriers and along here, those, just so that the lambs can't get out. And then I'm just going to put that hay rack, hay feeder in here and put a bale of hay in it. It'll probably be only until the weekend, till the weather changes. They're given potentially bad weather, so just going to scrape all that down into the dung there. I won't be putting any silage here outside, as I said. I just put that feeder in there. I just need to set, I'll put it here, and then I'll be able to put a bale in over the barrier here. Just want it there so I can open this, but this is missing. I need to fix that, but it'll be okay for now. I'll stick a bit of rope on it or something for now. I'll just show people the sheds here for sort of the farm tour part 2 while I'm here. The cattle sheds, these are the cattle sheds at home. Have a calving gate there. This is a 3-bay lane too. I think it's about 30 foot. I actually concreted a few years ago. I had pigs in it. This is another one. And I have the concrete sloped on this because I was going to have to dig that down if I needed to get the concrete level. I'd done it about 3 or 4 years ago. If I needed to get it level, there was going to be a step here of 3 or 4 foot. So I just sloped the concrete down so that it's not ideal, but what do you do? I have another calving gate here because I'll just come back to this shed. I'll just go out here. This is a 5-bay shed, big open shed. I'm not sure of the measurements again, but I think that's could be 30 foot or 40 foot, and then another 18 on the, I think it's 18 foot, that part. So what I do is I put the peat in here. The last, when I had the cattle here last, I put the peat in here in a big open shed, and then that's a calf lieback. There was walls here, like here and here, but the wall was like this, and would you believe, actually it wasn't done intentionally. I had a bull in there and he was rubbing his head against the wall, and he actually knocked both of those walls down. But it actually has worked out, because if I want to get to that top shed, I can just come in here through that gate and in there, where before I was putting tractors and jeeps in the yard and gates. So it actually has worked out well. But yeah, that's a creep gate there, and I have the cows in this big shed, and I let the calves come into here. This is the calf lieback, and then the top shed would be for excess animals or whatever. But potentially, I hope to put slats here at some stage, but it's just a cost. I need to clear a few finance bills and a few bills first before I can even think about that, you know. But the thing is, like, I can go to a finance company and get finance for a machine or something like that, but I can't. If you went to the bank, you wouldn't even get 10 grand to do anything, you know. So that's the way it is. But that's the dung heap there. We have a silage pit here. I'll just show you now. It's a bit of a mess at the minute. There's stuff everywhere in it. I'll actually just turn off that gate. This is the silage pit. It's a big 4-bay. I think it's about 40 foot wide, where we used to make pit silage here, and the cattle used to be over in the other shed there, and we actually used to let them come across the yard there, and then we had bars up on that with electric fence going across the face of it, and we used to move it every day. That's what we used to do. Geez, I was only very small and nipper at that time. So that's the silage pit. Realistically, if I'm coming home, I'm going to probably have to have cattle in here next year. I'm probably going to have to wrap my straw if I get straw, and then I think I have enough barriers down in Dad's yard where I'll probably put barriers across this, but I would need to put that green netting along that, because a stormy day it blows into the back of that shed. So that's just the sheds here, really, just to show you here in this yard. They're very higgledy-piggledy, in fairness. Oh, that's very cold. Needs a lot of work here, you know. Just to show you this yard here, I dug this out about 5 years ago, where you know what the old people call sort of haggards. It was a haggard and just waste ground. Now, in fairness, we did have to cut down a few trees. I had nowhere to keep silage, so I dug this whole yard out. I hired a 20-ton machine for the week, and I done it. There's as much room again. There's probably twice as much room out the back, and I want to dig it out, but it's definitely not going to be this year. Maybe in the next couple of years I want to do it, because it's going to cost maybe from 7 to 10 grand by the time I get a man, hire a digger and a big dump truck for a couple of weeks, and do it, and diesel and everything. So, like, just can't do it now, but I'll be able to put some silage there, and potentially then you could put a shed here, a machinery shed or something like that. Would be ideal. But I'll just show you, there was the best of stone here. Once you dig it down, and there's plastic there. Look at that stone, like there's a couple of foot of stone there, and I actually used it in other spots, and I want to upgrade the laneway on the hill, where I call the hill, and I'll be probably in the next video, maybe later in this one, I'll be showing you, I'll go through some of the land as part of the tour, and I'll explain the lane then where I want to put this stone. So, like, there's a lot of digging there. There's as much in the back of that to dig out, and you'd have a huge yard then. So that's sort of all the sheds. Now, my dad has a few more sheds down in his yard, but I don't think I'll go through that. That's his. So either later in this video I'll go through bits of the land, or the next one. I'll try and get it done in this one, because then it'll be part 1, part 2, one following the other. Just to say, you might have seen the mowers in the silage shed there. Schooner done a bit of power washing there for me last week as well, washed all the machines and we got them in. But maybe after the lambing as well, I'll just have a full video on machinery. We go through the tractors, the mowers, the balers, the trailers, just go through everything. I have rakes or whatever, but the only thing is I'm short on sheds for with the machinery, and stuff does be out during the feckin' winter. I just don't have enough space. So potentially even next year, next winter, if I put cattle in that shed, I'll have nowhere to put any machines. Everything will be fecking out. Well, maybe apart from the baler, I might squeeze it in down in one of Dad's shed. But after that, after the lambing, I'll probably do a full video on machinery. There's only 2 sets here, and there's 2 dry ewes, that one and that other black ewe is a dry ewe. Back out, go on. I shut this gate the last time. Dad must have opened it. Right. So this lad doesn't look great, does he? I might have to stomach tube them now in a minute. Up, up. Yeah. Up, up. Go on, get up. Just said I'd show you a bit of the land here for this sort of farm tour. We have a big pile of dung stockpile there. That needs to go out. We wouldn't normally stockpile it, but just with the good grass last autumn, we didn't need it out. So just to show you, like I was saying, I was farming 160 acres, but like there's 10 acres here of just sort of wasteland, trees, bushes, rushes in it. It's a bit wet, there's a couple of springs in it, but I am going to fence it up along that and have it fenced off, so that like even those dry ewes, you could put those dry ewes in there, or put a couple of dry cows, or it'd be just somewhere to put something like that. So that's my yard up there. I don't know whether you can see those sheds or not. I don't know how to zoom in on this. So my yard's up there, and then there's a full 100 acre block here in this, and then that's the sheep shed there, and that's Dad's bit that he's farming there. And I'm just going to go up to the hill, what we call the hill, and show you. There's 60 acres up there that I have, and we have a sheep handling system, but it needs a bit of work. And then I'll show you the lane that I was talking about earlier, that I want to dig out the yard for, and use that stone in the yard for the laneway up there, because it's sort of a right of way and there's a couple of farmers use it, and it's just sort of in a mess at the minute. So we want to try and tidy it up, that it makes it better, because I'm going up across some of my fields with dung and slurry where I'd rather go up the lane if I had it tidied up, you know what I mean. Just to show everyone here, this is sort of our handling system. We have a couple of pens here. We have a circular pen. We have a dip tub, foot bath, and a couple of pens up there. But realistically, I want to try and expand this, make it a bit bigger. I want to put a race in, because we do be dosing in the circular pen. You can't really use the footbath as a race. I'd leave the footbath there and make another race. So it just needs a bit of adjusting, a little bit of tidying up, few things. Certainly want to make it a little bit bigger. But just to show you then up there, like we've 60 acres here in a block. And yeah, I'm just going to drive up the lane and show you the lane we actually want to put the stone in. Showing everyone we've good grass there for ewes and lambs. I haven't moved any ewes and lambs up here yet, but there's a nice bit of grass there for them. This is just the laneway. This is just the laneway I want to upgrade with the stone. Just about halfway up here, it goes up there, and maybe you can see, I don't know whether you can see or not, but the forestry up there goes up to the forestry. But there's the second half of the lane. From here on up and up, it goes to the corner and right up to the top. It's rough enough, and it needs a good bit of work and attention. And if you had that feckin' stone in, it'd be a right job, because I'll be able to use it then myself. I go through these double gates, and I do be going up across that field there and that field there, with dung, slurry, and bringing silage back out of it, and it does fucking field gets tore up in shite. So if I had that lane done, I'd use that lane myself to go up to them top fields and just do things a bit differently. I want to put a bank of stuff there anyway. The excess clay in the yard I'll probably put there as well, and bring it down around to filter the sheep out through these gates. I don't know whether I'll keep these double gates here or not. I probably will if I do that, but I'll be getting rid of that clay then as well there. So that's just showing everyone really. That's sort of a very rough farm tour. But look at people will see areas and different things as different videos, as I'm doing different videos anyway. So, but like, if anyone has any questions, stick it in the comments, or want to know anything, I'll try and explain it to the best I can. Good morning. It's just the next morning on again from earlier in the video. I just want to say wow, the Watery Mouth video went out yesterday, and the response and the support and has just been unreal, and I appreciate everyone's comments, and like sorry, I'll just wipe that camera. The messages, the voice notes, the voice calls, the phone calls, everyone's been very positive with solutions and remedies and everything to try and help. Everyone is really trying to help. Like, one guy even rang me, he does a bit of shooting on my land, and he's not a farmer, he lives down in the housing estate, and he even left a voice note saying he'd come up and give me a hand cleaning out the sheds. And the amount of people that have left messages just saying what they do and their experience and all are just very positive, and thanks very much. It's has been brilliant. We just have one sick lad at the minute. We think we've sort of got a hold on it now. The lambing hasn't been mental strong, but we just have this lad now under the light, where I just copped him a bit sick yesterday evening and I put him under there, but I think he's going to make it. He does have it. We injected him again, we gave him the Brimostat, that Brimostat. So we actually think he's going to make it. I'll just go over to the sheep shed now. We'll be bedding the ewes again today, and it's a spilling wet day today as well. We'll be bedding the ewes and giving them silage. So we did get some lime. Dad went and got just a few small bags. We're going to stick that out today, but I have actually ordered half a pallet. It just hasn't come yet, but we've just got those to get us by. That'll do the whole. Sorry, I'll just wipe that camera again because there's just drops of wet on it. That'll do the whole shed just for now, and then we'll be getting more later. But this video's gone on quite long again, so I'm gonna finish it up now, and hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, and thanks very much. Thanks to everyone for their support and their comments and their remedies, everything. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Every day's a school day. You don't know feckin' everything, you know what I mean? You never know everything, and some little thing could just make a difference. So Again, thanks very much to everyone for their support, and as always, please subscribe, and we will see you at the next one.